You're welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is a to the power of 3 plus b to the power of 3. This is equal to 18. Let's call this equation 1. And a squared plus b squared, this is equal to 14. Let's call this equation 2. So what is the value of a plus b? Now let's provide a solution from here. From equation 1, which is a to the power of 3 plus b to the power of 3 equal to 18. We have that this is the sum of two cubes that we can express as a plus b multiplied by a squared minus 8ab then plus b squared. This is equal to 18. Now, this is a plus b. We can express a squared minus ab plus b squared as a squared plus b squared minus ab, close the parenthesis. This is equal to 18. A squared plus b squared, this is equation 2, which is equal to 14. So let's substitute 14 here. So we have a plus b multiplied by 14 minus ab. This is equal to 18. The next step, we can let a plus b be equal to x. And we can let ab be equal to y. So that now let's substitute x and y in this equation here. So this is x into the parenthesis. This is 14 minus y. This is equal to 18. Let's call this equation 3. Now, if you recall from equation 2, which is a squared plus b squared, this is equal to 14. Now we have that a plus b raised to the power of 2. This can be expressed as a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. Now let's take 2ab on the left hand side so that we have a plus b squared subtract 2ab. This is equal to a squared plus b squared. Now we have a plus b to the power of 2 minus 2ab. This is equal to a squared plus b squared. And if you recall, a squared plus b squared, this is equal to 14. And we have that a plus b, this is equal to x. And we have a, b, this is equal to y. So let's substitute in terms of x and y here. So here we have x squared minus 2y. This is equal to a squared plus b squared, which is 14. So this is equal to 14. So let's make y to be the subject of the formula. So here we have x squared. Let's take 14 on the left hand side minus 14. This is equal to 2y. Let's divide both sides by 2. And this means that we have y. This is equal to x squared minus 14 divided by 2. Let's call this equation 4. Now, from equation 3, which is x multiplied by 14 minus y, this is equal to 18. Let's substitute the value of y. So this is x into the parenthesis. This is 14 minus into the parenthesis. This is x squared minus 14 divided by 2. Close the parenthesis. This is equal to 18. So we have x into the parenthesis. This is 14 minus, now we have x squared plus 14, everything here divided by 2. this is equal to 18. Now, this is x. We have the LCM here is 2. This is our whole number, so this is over 1. So 2 divided by 1, this is 2 times 14. This is 28. Subtract 2 divided by 2 is 1 times. This is x squared plus 14. Cross the parentheses. This is equal to 18. So we have x into the parentheses. This is 28 plus 14. And this is equal to 42. Subtract x to the power of 2 divided by 2. This is equal to 18. Now, let's multiply both sides by 2 so that 2 and 2 here simplifies. So we have x into the parentheses. This is 42 minus x to the power of 2. This is equal to 18 times 2, which is 36. 42 times x, this is 42x, minus x times x to the power of 2. This is x to the power of 3. And this is equal to 36. Now let's take 36 on the left hand side. We have 42 x minus x to the power of 3 minus 36. This is equal to 0. So let's rearrange this equation. We have minus x to the power of 3 plus 42x minus 36. This is equal to 0. So let's divide everything here by minus 1. Minus x to the power of 3 divided by minus 1. This is x to the power of 3 plus 42x divided by minus 1. This is minus 42x. Then minus 36 divided by minus 1. This is plus 36. This is equal to 0. So we form a cubic equation. This is a cubic equation. And now we can use rational root theorem. Let's use rational root theorem to test for the value, for the integers that satisfies this equation here. So we can test from values of x from plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 4, then plus or minus 5, and then plus or minus 6. Now, if we test all these values of x, then we have that at x equal to 6, if we substitute x equal to 6 in this cubic equation here, now we have, remember we have x to the power of 3 minus 42x plus 36. This is equal to 0. So if we substitute x equal to 6 here, we have 6 to the power of 3 minus 42 times 6 plus 36. This is equal to 0. So this implies we have 6 to the power of 3. This is 216. Subtract 42 times 6. And this is 252 plus 36. Let's check if this is equal to 0. So this is 216 minus 252 plus 36. This is minus 216. And this is equal to 0. So we have that at x equal to 6, this satisfies this cubic function or cubic equation, and you find that x minus 6, this is a factor, this is one of the factors, this is a factor. So we have that x equal to 6 is a solution. This is one of the solutions. Now, since we have x is equal to 6, and we have this cubic equation here, then we can proceed to use synthetic division. Let's use the synthetic division to solve for the other values of x. So we have at x which is equal to 6, and then we have the coefficient of this cubic equation here. So we have 1. This is 1. We have, there is no x squared here, so the coefficient is 0. So we have 0 here. Then the coefficient of x is minus 42. Then we have constant, which is 36. Now using the synthetic division here, this means that, let's drop this one here. So this means we have 6 times 1, this is equal to 6. 0 plus 6, this is equal to 6. 6 times 6, this is equal to 36. Then we have minus 42 plus 36. And you find that this is equal to minus 6. 6 times minus 6, this is equal to minus 36. And we have 36 plus minus 36, this is equal to 0. So we find that these are the coefficient of the quadratic equation. So from what we have here we have x squared plus 6x minus 6, this is equal to 0. And this follows that we have x minus 6 multiplied by x to the power of 2 plus 6x minus 6, this is equal to 0. Now we have x minus 6, this is equal to 0. And the second part here, which is a quadratic equation, this means that x1 is equal to 6. This is a quadratic equation. We have a is equal to 1, b is equal to 6, and c is equal to minus 6. So we can solve for x2, x3 by applying the quadratic formula here, which is minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, everything here divided by 2 times a. Let's substitute the values of a, b, and c in this formula here. So this is minus 6 plus or minus the square root of 6 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, then times c, which is minus 6, everything here divided by 2 times 1. So we have minus 6 plus or minus the square root of 6 squared, this is 36, minus 4 times minus 6, this is plus 24, everything here divided by 2. So we have minus 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 plus 24, and this is equal to 60, everything here divided by 2. Now here we have minus 6 plus or minus, we can express the square root of 60. This is the same thing as 4 times 15 divided by 2. So we have the square root of 4 times 15. Now this is minus 6 plus or minus the square root of 4, this is 2, multiplied by square root of 15, everything here divided by 2. In the numerator here, we have that we can factor out 2, so that minus 6 divided by 2, this is minus 3, plus or minus 2 square root of 15 divided by 2, this is square root of 15 divided by 2. So that now we can simplify 2 and 2 here, and this implies that x2, x3, this is equal to minus 3 plus or minus square root of 15. So we have x2 is equal to minus 3 plus square root of 15. We have x3 is equal to minus 3 subtract square root of 15. And as well as x1, we have x1 is equal to 6. x1 is equal to 6. Now, if you recall, we have seen that let a plus b be equal to x. So this means that a plus b plus b, this is equal to 6, or a plus b, this is equal to minus 3 plus or minus square root of 15. And this is the solution to this algebra problem. So kindly follow the steps, like this like this video, and kindly subscribe.